All right, brothers and sisters, man. This right here is another end time signed documents from the channel Mr. Doom. I'm gonna be bringing out some stuff that's going on around us, man. It's crazy. What you're seeing on the screen right now is Japan's decreased life rate. Um, they're getting fewer and fewer, just as the white man, but as we grow more and more, except for them trying to cut down our numbers. But this is the way it is. This is God of our fathers answering questions, storm, rebellion, everything. Let you know that the scriptures that's been coming out is real. I suggest you fuck with brothers who bring out scriptures, and if anything, ISUPK and IUIC. I don't even care if you don't want to join them or anything, but at least they spreading the word. But here we go.
To 107 million in 2040, 87 million by 2060, and a mere 46 million by 2100.
Now we have pushed local transmission in Florida, and there will certainly be more. And meanwhile, Congress is on a summer recess. Many Americans have traditionally opposed the
Congress is on summer recess. Didn't Obama just come from a vacation, even as Louisiana was being flooded? This country that was built on top of our homeland never loved us.
term abortions, but the Zika virus may change that, potentially giving reason to do away with the national ban on abortion after 20 weeks of pregnancy, as many women infected with the virus find themselves in the middle of the abortion wars if they choose to end their pregnancies.
Imagine a child dying from a simple scrape that becomes infected. Sound far-fetched? This spring, a Pennsylvania woman near
What this woman is talking about is
died
super
from a urinary tract.
infections. I'm gonna skip through it, but diseases coming through, infections of small scrapes and everything. Basically, the bugs, super bugs or whatever, are becoming immune to most antibiotics. So such things as a rash could really, uh, once again, this weak ass nigga. If you've ever seen my Mr. Doom commentates, this weak ass nigga always show up. Bald head, baby face, bitch ass nigga, Play-Doh face. He's made in the U.S. He's the prime example of what the white man wants of us. He looks like an Egyptian slave, literally. How they shaved his head off. I would want to go to the images and show you what they did to the children of Israel in the place called Egypt, but I'm gonna just go ahead.
America's economy is growing at an annual rate of just 1% this year, and the economic recovery has been the weak.
I'm sorry, but doesn't he look like he has been fashioned? But let's go. He doesn't look natural.
Since 1949. One cause for that weakness has been the heavy burden of regulations that President Obama has piled on businesses. The latest rules target all kinds of businesses, and they drive up prices for people like you at home as well.
During his 8 years in office, President Obama has pushed out an unprecedented number of regulations, around 20,000 new restrictions that by some estimates end up costing taxpayers about $100 billion each year.
And it's crazy that the brother General Yohana brought out last night on his show that for the taxes it only costs 10 cents, but they tax us an extra 20 cents, so that makes it 30 cents in totality. They're stealing from us. They're keeping us poor.
All these new rules and mandates and restrictions are coming in on virtually every sector of the economy.
And the financial burden isn't the only thing Americans should worry about.
A lot of regulations have no monetary costs that can be measured that are equally or more problematic. I'm thinking of the Obamacare regulations, whatever it is, our religious liberty. I'm thinking of FCC regulations that limit free speech.
Federal judge in Texas blocked the Obama administration's mandate on transgender bathroom use for
So they blocked his mandates. Why is he dictating anyways from the White House? I thought each state had their own gear function to make things happen. I don't know, man.
Public school students. U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor issued an injunction Sunday. The injunction aims to halt the federal mandate that says students should be allowed to use whichever bathroom corresponds with their gender identity. Texas Attorney General Kenneth
Then since we are the Aboriginal people of this continent, maybe we should use the bathroom outside. Whenever we go to Target, maybe we should go outside and piss and shit, since this is our land, since this is what we feel comfortable with. I don't know.
The guidelines is unconstitutional, which is a sentiment Texas and 12 other states have echoed. The Obama administration released the directive in May. Paxton said officials failed to issue the directive according to federal guidelines, and the mandate contradicts pre-existing laws. According to the mandate, if schools don't allow students to use the bathroom consistent with their gender identity, they could risk losing federal funding. Over the past several months,
so they're going to take money from schools, which they really don't give shit to them anyways, if they don't cause gender confusion. That's like saying, son, if you don't be gay, you can never play games again. Or daughter, if you don't be a lesbian, you can't ever, I won't feed you if you don't be what you're not. That's what they're saying. It's crazy.
Transgender bathroom use has been a point of contention on the national scale. In early August, the Supreme Court temporarily blocked the appeal of a transgender student who identifies as male to use the boys' restroom at his school in Virginia. And in May, North Carolina passed a bill that requires transgender people to use the bathroom that aligns with their sex assigned at birth, not their current gender identity. O'Connor says the block won't solve the underlying issue and says its immediate purpose is to balance the protection of students' rights and that of personal privacy.
I do welcome the decision made by Judge Reed in the Northern District of Texas, and he couched it just right. You have the president really converting our constitutional republic with our separation of powers into a dictatorship, really, where he launches directives from Washington, D.C. and imposes them upon all of America in spite of or in overriding the consent of the governed. And that is not the type of gubernatorial structure that we have here in America. So I do applaud the decision made by Judge Reed. But
if I must say something, man, we look so unnatural trying to be like white people. This brother that is speaking does not look, he looked like he was made also. The closest thing I done seen to being natural is Project Babies, or maybe people who have a sense of identity. Not taken away from anybody, but the brother right here does not look like a warrior.
Was a federal district court, so we'll have to wait and see what happens at the appellate level.
ISIS is using schools to indoctrinate.
God damn it! I ain't gonna even start on him right now, but in one of my other, watch my Dr. Mr. Doom commentates, and you can see that I showed a video of ISIS. Excuse me, of ISIS doing plays in school. The same thing that he's about to bring out, I showed some in depth.
Children to be the next generation of terrorists. The Business Insider reports the terror group created its own curriculum to teach children how to wage jihad. The children are called, quote, cubs of the caliphate, and must study the core religious text of Islam. They also learn physical fitness, how to murder non-Muslims, and how to use various types of weapons. Even though ISIS has been losing territory, they continue to pass on their plans for jihad to their children overseas this evening.
All right, I'm coming back to, I'm going to show you something that I played in my lab and one of my other Mr. Doom commentates. But I'm going to come right back to this video and finish it, because as you see, there's a child bomber. Just continue watching if you do watch.
Chilling it. Authorities say that